Air Transat is a Canadian airline based in Montreal, Quebec, operating scheduled and charter flights, serving 60 destinations in 25 countries. The airline is owned and operated by Transat A.T. Incorporated. During the summer season its main destinations are Europe and in the winter season the Caribbean, Mexico, USA and Central America, though the airline operates many year-round flights to Europe from their Toronto and Montreal bases. Its main Canadian gateways are Montréal-Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport, Toronto Pearson International Airport and Vancouver International Airport. The airline also has operations at Calgary International Airport, Quebec City Jean Lesage International Airport and others. History. Air Transat made its inaugural flight on November 14, 1987, traveling from Montreal to Acapulco. 6 years later, Air Transat assumed defunct Nationair's maintenance base and aircraft. Today, the company books over 3.5 million passengers a year. It is a wholly owned subsidiary of Transat A.T. Incorporated. Today Air Transat is one of Canada's largest airlines, after Air Canada and WestJet. Air Transat has 2,100 employees. On February 13, 2011, Air Transat Flight TS-163 operated with their first all-female flight crew from Cancun to Vancouver. The airline has won many awards, the most recent being the 2012 Skytrax World's Best Leisure Airline Award. 2009, CanJet Partnership. On February 13, 2009, Transat A.T. announced a 5-year partnership with CanJet. Since May 1, 2009, Transat Tours Canada has chartered CanJet's Boeing 737 aircraft flying from Canadian cities to various destinations. This replaced an agreement with Calgary-based WestJet, 2013, Transavia France partnership. On September 13, 2013, Air Transat struck a seasonal lease deal with Air France-KLM leisure carrier Transavia France, covering the lease of up to 9 Boeing 737-800 by 2019. The deal, which extends a 2010 winter capacity agreement, calls for Transavia France to lease 4 737-800 to Air Transat during winter 2014, 5 in 2016, 6 in 2017, 7 in 2018 and 8 in 2019. Destinations. Air Transat specializes in charter flights from Canadian cities to vacation destinations, mainly in the south during the winter months and in Europe during the summer. Unlike other airlines, Air Transat has a very restrictive refund or exchange policy. No tickets can be exchanged or refunded within 45 days prior to departure. Fleet. Current fleet. The Air Transat fleet consists of the following aircraft. The A310s will gradually leave the fleet by the end of the decade. As of June 28, 2014, the Air Transat average fleet age is 16.1 years. An A330 acquired on November 20, 2011 is painted in a revised new livery. Historic fleet. Air Transat has previously operated Boeing 727-200, 757-200, 737-400, Airbus A320, and Lockheed L-1011 aircraft. Incidents. On August 24, 2001, Air Transat Flight 236, an Airbus A330-243, en route from Toronto to Lisbon with 306 crew and passengers, made an emergency landing in the Azores without engine power due to fuel starvation over the Atlantic Ocean. The aircraft safely landed at Lesage Air Base, on the island of Terceira. The aircraft was evacuated in 90 seconds. All 306 passengers on board survived. An investigation revealed that the cause of the accident was a fuel leak in the number 2 engine, which was caused by an incorrect part installed in the hydraulics system by Air Transat maintenance staff. The part did not maintain adequate clearance between the hydraulic lines and the fuel line, allowing vibration in the hydraulic lines to degrade the fuel line and cause the leak. The aircraft involved in the incident was repaired and remains in service with Air Transat. The incident went down in history as the longest non-powered flight and landing by a commercial airliner. On March 6, 2005, Air Transat Flight 961, An Airbus A310-308, en route from Cuba to Quebec City with 9 crew and 261 passengers on board, experienced a structural failure in which the rudder detached in flight. The crew returned to Varadero, Cuba, where they made a safe landing. It has been established that no unusual rudder inputs had been used by the crew during the flight, they were not manipulating the rudder when it failed, and there was no obvious fault in the rudder or yaw damper system. The investigation that followed determined that the manufacturer's inspection procedure for the composite rudder was not adequate. Inspection procedures for composite structures on airliners were changed because of this incident. References. External links, official website, Air Transat Fleet List.